Alright, continuing on. I've given myself some silence and moving on. There's some big stuff down there, and I gotta summon my guys again. So I'm gonna try and make the episodes between 10 and 20 minutes. This was at the 15-minute mark, so it seemed the ideal. But we'll see in the future how they're exactly gonna go. And I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna upload them all at one at that. I'm not going to upload them all immediately. I'm going to try and upload 1 or 2 a day, depending. I'm going to try and make it so that no day goes by without an upload, but if I double up on them, I'm not going to feel bad. I should use a potion. So that's my plan as of now. If you have feedback on this type of stuff, and you'd like to let me know how you feel, or your opinions on what I should do like this type of stuff, how you'd like to watch it, feel free to let me know. Best ways to contact me are, in order of easiest to most difficult, would be my Facebook page, facebook.com/ViperlandStream. Easiest way, that's where I post all of my updates. It's really just the best go-to center for information if you would like to know what I'm going to be up to, what I'm going to be streaming, when, where, why. Or if you'd like to let me know your take on my streaming, how I'm doing, so on and so forth. The YouTube channel is also a very good way. YouTube user, ViperlandStream. Comment on a video, send me a message, though I don't always check the messages there, so comments are probably the best way. I don't just say that because I like comments, I honestly just tend to not check the messages there, so be warned, if you send a message, you may not be responded to immediately. But that's a good way of getting in contact with me. The other way would be via my email address, viperlandstream@gmail.com. Check it about once a day, sometimes more if there's any actual activity going on there. So that works as well. And the way I mentioned earlier, I guess I have one more, which is out of order. But, oh, I don't want to die. My Steam name, ViperAS, and his friend, feel free to say, hey, I watch your stream. You're pretty cool. I'd like to be able to chat with you during that stream. And there you go. That works. That's the best way to contact you while I'm streaming. I'll try not to interrupt the streams too often for the chat messages, but I will check them. And as you noticed, it pops up in the corner. So, I'll see them, which is pretty handy if you'd like to get in contact. So there you go. That's my usual spiel of ways you can contact me. Now back to mindlessly slaughtering a bunch of stuff. Except hopefully not mindlessly, because when I was doing that, I almost died. So we're going to try and avoid the mindless aspect of this. And pick up all the sweet loot. So, the minions, I think I've mentioned before, but try the Necromancer and try moving Necromancer because you go, hey look, this Viper guy did it, it looks pretty awesome. And just be aware that there's no real way to tell if they've been killed, or if they're low health, if you need to resummon them, if they've just vanished from distance or something. You kind of really have to keep your eyes open, otherwise who really knows. I kind of wish they would change that, but I also don't really mind the extra incentive to actually pay attention to my surroundings. So I'm kind of torn on that one. What are we even looking for here? We're looking for the passkey ember and the latchkey ember, and those will open the door to the last dungeon of Act 1, if I recall correctly. Which is pretty awesome. I don't know if I'm gonna die on the boss. I guess we'll have to see. I hope not. Oh, that's a lot of pain. These caster guys can be a pain early in the game, especially if you don't have a lot of resistances. It looks like they do mostly cold damage, and there you go. Only cold is actually my highest resist, but maybe they just do more damage in the mod. Maybe I don't have as high resistance as I think I do. I'm not sure. Either way, they're doing a decent amount of damage, so be careful of those guys. I remember them hurting quite a bit in the base game too, so they are not unique to this mod, but their up damage may be unique to this mod, or I just may remember it correctly. Would not be the first time. Also, so far I'm kind of just exploring all the nooks and crannies, but if people would rather me just try and fly through the storyline of this game and not like see the side areas, see the other stuff going on, that's another thing you could get back to me and let me know about. I like to try and hit the side areas. I think it's fun. Ooh, stuff like this guy, who's going to drop the golden key to that chest, I think is very helpful. And I may very well fall behind in levels if I don't hit the side areas, but this isn't me playing my character for me, it's me playing character for the stream, so it's what people want for this. So if you'd like me to skip these type of areas, then contact me and say, hey, for the next one, why don't you try not hitting all the side areas? I don't like watching you just mindlessly slaughter stuff, even though I'm watching you play an MMO, an ARPG, not an MMO. I do occasionally play MMOs, and I may very well end up streaming some Terra at some point, because I've been enjoying that. While we're here, let's see, Exile Armor, much higher physical armor, chance to reflect missiles, electric armor, physical damage, poison damage, and dexterity, but I can't use it yet. Check the pants, so I doubt I'm going to use them. Dexterity, physical, minion health, no. And I'll just ID this because. Hand crossbow U01B. Not bad, but I don't use hand crossbows. So, moving on. Summon my waves of minions again. Oh, I have to remember I have to retaliate. This spell ability down here, or retribution. It reflects a percentage of the damage done to me, a physical damage at least. They want to let you quit. So I should use that more often when things are beating down on me. It also seems, I don't know if it's a change or if I'm just playing it slightly differently. Before, it didn't look like any of the enemies would attack my pets, they'd always go straight from me. But right now, it looks like things are attacking the pets too. Very beneficial for the squishy guy who wants to stay behind the pets. Very beneficial. Though that said, now he's coming straight for me, so it could have just been luck. I should also probably put some points into this AoE wave skill I'm using. Oh, I didn't want to get his attention yet. I don't know what he is up there, but he's big and you can always tell a really powerful enemy from the aura they leave on the ground. Doesn't mean they necessarily have an aura effect, it just means that's the game visually saying, look over here, this thing is going to try and kill you and hit very hard. So, it's usually a good idea to listen to the game when it says that. And these guys can charge too, this might be a pain in the ass, but we'll see. Put some corpses for some more minions. Takes a bunch of mana, but whatever. I'll just use more of this. Now that I've got the set bonus, I may as well try using it. He's barbed, apparently, is the extra thing he has, which probably means he reflects physical damage. I don't know if this counts. Oh, ow, ow, ow. So I think I'm going to be doing a little more coding with this guy. Which is something I had to learn to get good at on the ninja, because the ninjas, early game, not the most durable class at all. I'm probably also playing the most difficult type of ninja. I'm trying to base it all around a single skill, which has a 2-minute cooldown, but it does massive damage to a target with a chance to insta-kill. And I like the concept of that, so I figured I'd try and spec that. Probably not the brightest of moves, but it's kind of fun. And it's challenging, which is nice. Perhaps I'll show it on the stream sometime. I want to kind of get a little further with Necromancer and keep showing this. And perhaps at least do what I did in Path of Exile and at least beat Act 1. Bare minimum. I will play more Path of Exile for people who may have missed that game and would like to see more. I will be doing that. I just kind of got distracted. I just held a contest. And to see what game people would want me to play. And the winner of that contest, Mike Takahashi, said he'd like to see me play some Deus Ex Human Revolution, so that will be coming up as well. Oh, that's one of those possessed weapons, or cursed weapons. So definitely look forward to some Human Revolution coming up. I haven't played that game since it released, and I never beat it, so should be interesting. I may not have the most insight into the game, but it should be entertaining. The other recommendations I'll be playing at some point too. The runners-up, I guess we'd call them, said Toe Jam and Earl, which seems like it could be a lot of fun. Let's reset the map. There we go. Toe Jam and Earl, Antichamber, and EnviroBear 3000. All of which look like a lot of fun. Like, I grew up with Toe Jam and Earl. Not to say I'm any good at it, but that holds very strong nostalgia for me. So that should be fun, even if I end up failing miserably at it. Kind of with the way that game goes. There's a lot of failing miserably, especially at the higher floors. So I look forward to all of those, and for those who don't know, the game System Shock 2 came out today on Good Old Games, which is GOG.com. $9.99, works on all current systems, comes with a whole bunch of extra stuff. If you have never gone to GOG.com, I would definitely take a look. They have classic PC games that are all updated to work perfectly on all modern PC systems. It's all DRM free, and almost everything comes with a load of extras. Like for $9.99 I got System Shock 2, which I've wanted to play for years, but it just never ran on any current PC, and I didn't have an old one to play it on. Not only do I get the base game, I get, I believe, the soundtrack, a bunch of wallpapers, an interview with the guy who either created it or ported it, I'm not 100% sure. Some avatars, I believe an instruction booklet, and something else I can't remember. All of that just included. The other game I purchased from there is Earthworm Jim 1 and 2, which came as a bundle for $6 with pretty much the same thing, all the instruction booklets, all the like concept art, all of the soundtracks, all of the games. It's just, you get your money's worth on the site. I would definitely recommend at least taking a look. And I've heard fantastic things about System Shock 2 for years, and I've just never had a chance to get a copy of it that worked for current PCs. Until now. So definitely check that out. By the time, if you're watching it now, it's out there already. And if you're watching these on YouTube, it will have been out for a day or so by now. So definitely give it a check. I think it's worth it. It's kind of like Steam, except no DRM, and much more of a focus on classic games. It has some newer games. The Witcher is a noticeable one. It has that. The Witcher 2, it had that when it came out. But it definitely focuses more on the classic games, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. So back to actual zombie killing. So I'm heading towards one of the actual storyline dungeons for this area. I have to go to 2 of them and beat the bosses at the end to get 2 different keys to open the portal to the end of Act 1. So I'm going to hit this place. I'm going to take a slight roundabout way to the other place. I'm not going to head like straight there, but I'm going to head in that direction to try and speed it up a little bit, I guess. Okay, so maybe, even though I doubt I'm going to get to the end of Act 1 this hour session, but I want to make sure I get there next time. So I'm going to try and clear this place, whatever, I don't remember the name of it until I get there, but the Mayans, essentially. And then I'm going to try, possibly to clear the second place, if I have time. Not quite sure. Oh, okay, so these goblin guys, not new enemies, but they do put down those big totems. If I recall correctly, they do buff the other goblins around them. I don't remember if they buff themselves too, but they're also kind of akin to the shamans in Diablo, specifically Diablo 2, in that they resurrect their lesser fallen guys. Oh, this is something I've been looking to show for a while, a phase beast. Every once in a while you find some. There's always only one. And when you kill it, it'll open a portal. And when you go through that portal, it'll be a special area. Usually with a challenge to it, and if you complete that challenge, you get loot. Of varying degrees depending on what the challenge is, how difficult it is, how well you do it. So I'm going to head in. You do not gain experience in the phase portals, but you do have a good chance of getting some pretty good items. You also may die miserably. So let's see what it is. Alright, it'll usually say, protect the crystals from the goblin hordes. This is a really difficult one. I don't think I've ever protected all of the crystals. I've always had at least one die. I'm going to check the chest after. So you got one crystal there, you teleport. Hey look, there's another crystal. For each one you save, you get a chest. And I think the chests get better, like the more you save. Not 100% on that one there. For now, I'm just going to work on, oh, I leveled. Oh, I swear you didn't used to get experience in here, so that may be new, like a change you did for the mob. Because I could have sworn you didn't before, but I I really have no data to back it up other than experience of looking at the bar while I've been in here, because they tend to have some pretty numerous... Oh, it might be because some of these maps spawn an infinite number of enemies until you break their spawners, so maybe it's only on those maps you don't get it. Let's see what the chests are giving me. Mysterious shield, not bad. Not that I use shields, but I'll take it. And I think I actually saved all of them, which is a first for me if that's the case. A bunch of blue items, I'll do my level once I loot all these darn things. A bunch of money. And there was one more back here that it's apparently gone forever because I didn't go back there. Alright. Let's do the level while we're at a safe area. Next unlock 17.9, 15, so a little ways. Better skeletons, or... That's next level, so I'm going to do better skeletons now. Why not? And continue... Make it an even 40 for now. And we take the... Oh wait. Nope, never mind. Back to the surface. So yeah, these areas are always optional. They always give you some sort of challenge in which you get loot rewards for. It's also been another 15 minutes since my last pause, so this loading screen, I'm going to pause. Very interesting, I'm sure, for the live streamers, but I do those pauses so I can